Hello students, and again I welcome you all to my video. This is the video of class 7 subject science. So in the previous video we had seen that we had started our second chapter, that is the nutrition in animal, and we had studied about the type of nutrition, that means holozoic nutrition, saprophytic nutrition, parasitic nutrition, just the overview part. And we had read the process of nutrition, that means ingestion, digestion, assimilation, excretion. So these all are the process of nutrition, to obtain the nutrition. So from that one, that means the first point, that was ingestion, that means to take the food. So first we will read that one in detail. That means there are a lot of organisms or animals that means they are having a different mode of ingestion, that means the different mode to take the food. So let's see what is written in the book. So we are having here for the first point, that is Paramecium has small thread-like structures called cilia all over its body surface. It sweeps in food particles and with the help of the cilia. Now here, starting with the unicellular organism. So either it is unicellular, either it is multicellular. We all know that every one is having different way of eating the food. That means the different way of taking the food into the body. So here Paramecium is a unicellular organism. They are having the thread like structure, that is called the cilia. Now what is cilia? In the this picture you can see a small thread like structure in the whole body. Okay, if you that means the image is not so clearly visible, but I'm just drawing in over here. So in the whole body it is having a small hair like structure called cilia. With the help of cilia they just engulf the food particles in this side. So this is about cilia. Now next one, insect like butterflies and bees suck nectars through a tubular structure called proboscis. So here comes with a multicellular insects, that is they have taken the example, that is the butterfly. So what the butterfly do? Butterfly, we have seen the bees, the butterflies, they suck the, that means their food, that means from the flowers nectar, that is come by through a special sucker, that is called the proboscis. So that means they are having one sucker mouth, that means their mouth is just differentiated into proboscis, like to shuck something. So the thing that is over written over here. Now the third point, hydra uses its tentacles to catch and put the prey into their body. Now this hydra is having this tentacles, this one. So they are having the tentacles. If they find some insect over here, if they are finding the insects over here, so what they will do, they will just directly catch this tentacles and they will enter over in the body. Like this they just ingest. In the next point it is written, a spider weaves a web to catch its prey. You have seen the spiders just make their weaves, that means just like this. We must have seen in our homes like this, what we call makdi ka jala. Okay, so they just do these things to catch their prey. If any prey just sticked over here, they can't detach it, and then that spider eat that thing. Now the next point is snakes. As we all know, snakes are very poisonous. So snakes like python swallow their prey even larger than their mouth with the help of their flexible jaw muscles. So I think you all must have seen the, that means the snake that is called the python. In Hindi it is called ajgar. So you have seen that they just spread their mouth into very long, that means into very larger way, and they just put their prey into their mouth and they engulf it and they break that thing. That means if they are having a skeleton, they just break, and they after that they just eat their prey. The second last is the frog put out its long sticky tongue on which it prey get stick and it pulled in. Now here the frog, what the frog is doing, frog is just having a large tongue. They are that means they are using their tongue to get its, that means to stick its prey. The last one, the mouth of a bird is modified into beak. It helps to pick, catch, tear or crack the food. So the, that means the mouth of the birds are that means it is modified into beak. Beak means chonch. So with the help of that one, they just pick the food and they eat that food. The next thing we are having in ingestion and digestion of food. So what is called ingestion and digestion food? Ingestion, that means to eat, to take the food into the mouth, and digestion of the food, that means fully digestion of that food. That means the division, that means division of that food into smaller particles and to get the energy is called digestion. So here in the diagram full about the human being it is given. So let's start our this thing. The food we eat cannot be used directly by our body. It need to be broken down into simpler and soluble form. And then it can be absorbed by the cells of our body. The process of breaking down of food into small soluble form is called digestion. So simply, if we are eating a apple, okay, so what is happening if we are eating an apple? So we are, first thing we are chewing that apple into our mouth. That means if we are taking a section, if we are just taking this section is just that means divided into many parts in the mouth only. After that, when they move to our stomach, intestine, at that time that thing is also further divided into very small particles, so that our body just digest it very easily and get the nutrition. So this process of breaking down the complex food into simple food is known as digestion, and at last that means the simple form is the glucose. Human beings have a complex digestive system. The digestion of food takes place in the alimentary canal. That means from here, from this portion to this one and up to the last one. So this whole thing is called alimentary canal. That means in this canal only the digestion takes place. Why they are called in this alimentary canal the digestion is taking place? Because from that means here the teeth is helping, here the stomach is helping, again here the stomach is the site of, that means the full complete digestion. So everything is just happening in this pipe only. So it is called the alimentary canal, and the digestion of food takes place in the alimentary canal. A long coiled food tube which is opened in both and has many parts that digest the food in various stages is called the alimentary canal. So what I have talked about this one, this is called the alimentary canal. The alimentary canal begin with the mouth. So here it is started, and in the anus it is ending, and end with anus. It has following parts: the buccal cavity, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, rectum and anus. So just I am pointing out all the thing in the figure. So if you see this one, the buccal cavity, that means the mouth, starting from this one, this is the starting point. Now here we are having the esophagus. This is the mouth, this is the esophagus. Esophagus is also known as the food pipe. This is the pipe from where the food is entered. So we are having two pipe, the wind pipe and the food pipe. So in the food, the food enters, in the wind pipe the wind enters. So after the alimentary canal we are having the stomach over here. So in the after the stomach is connected to the, that means the small intestine. Okay, so the small intestine is connected to the large intestine, and here rectum and anus. So stomach is also included. After that the small intestine is here. After small intestine, large intestine is connected, rectum is connected, and anus is connected. So these all are the parts of the alimentary canal. So first thing we are going to read over here about the buccal cavity. Buccal cavity means, that means the mouth part. So what is written? Let's see. The buccal cavity or mouth cavity includes teeth, the tongue, and the salivary gland. A gland is an organ that produces a secretion. The lips protect the outer opening of the mouth and cheeks from the side walls. Now if we talk about the buccal cavity, so buccal cavity is included three things. The teeth are over here, the tongue is over here, and the teeth, the tongue, and the salivary gland. Now what is this salivary gland? Actually the gland, that it means the one who secretes something. That means it's the organ that produces a secretion, so that is called the gland. So what is that means the salivary glands secreting, the salivary gland secreting the saliva enzyme. So if we imagine something just like, if we are imagining think that gupchup, if we are thinking that we will eat gupchup in the evening time, so if you think right now only, so what will happen, your mouth will start watering. If you think about chicken, you will, that means the, that in the mouth only that water will come. So what is this water? This water is called the saliva lar. Okay, so from here only our food is, start digesting. So let's see about the teeth part. So teeth is the hard structure held in the socket of the jaws. Teeth are covered by a white substance called enamel. So the white part, whatever you can see, this is called the enamel, and we all know that teeth is the hardest substances that is present in our body. It is much harder than the bone also. Remember, it is much harder than the bone also. Enamel is the hardest substance in the body. The teeth break down the food into small particles. The process of piercing, grinding, crushing, and chewing of food to smaller pieces is called mastication. So if we talk about the mastication, that means chewing, grinding, crushing, whatever the thing that is we are doing from the teeth, that is called the mastication. Human being have two sets of teeth in their lifetime. So what they are having, two sets of teeth, that is called the milk teeth and the permanent teeth. That means if a baby is born, so after 1 year they just the new teeth are formed, and after some time you will see that one by one that is that teeth will be start falling. So that is the milk teeth that will fall. But after that one they just attain, that means there is a growth of permanent teeth, and that permanent teeth do not breaks. If permanent teeth breaks, it will not grow again. So children have 20 milk teeth. The milk teeth erupt and start growing when a baby is about 6 months to 1 year. So these teeth eventually fall out and are replaced by the permanent 32 permanent teeth as the person grows older. See, everywhere you will see that it is written that we are having 32 teeth. But generally, up to the age of 20, 22, 23, you will see that they are having only 30 teeth. Sorry, not 30 teeth. First we will have 28 teeth, but it will take 1 year or 2 year to just grow only a single teeth. 29, then 30, then 31, then 32. So here there is a diagram given the age of emergence. That means in the 6 month or 1 year the teeth are having 20, and from the 8 year it is written 32, but it's wrong. So we have completed our today's video. In the next video we are going to read the next part of